Righty-ho. 2013 Triumph Daytona 675. Now the salesman said I can pretty much have as much as time as I want on it, so alright, fair dues. Oh, first things first, what's the ride height like? Oh yeah, she's tall. She's very tall. I wouldn't be able to live with this, I'm afraid. 1 foot is fine, but I am really on my tiptoes. Even more than on the Kawasaki 636. Mirrors aren't great. They're the same mirror shape on the Street Triple R actually, which weren't that nice. Right, let's give this a whirl, shall we? Clutch is nice and light. Okay, so the first thing that's immediate to me is that because the Daytona has a negative sort of LCD effect of the dash, it's a little tough to see in bright sunlight. I don't know if a tinted screen will help here, but it's a bit strange. I sort of know what I'm expecting from a triple at least. Its signature triple engine note is there. Ooh, that's a fair amount of engine braking in first. More than in the Street Triple. Interesting. Oh, suspension's a bit firm. Sounds lovely, eh? Right, let's get around this roundabout. Yeah, very fast. It's very fast. The riding position on this is way more aggressive than on the Ninja 636. I'm gripping the tank with my knees, but I am still leaned way more forward, which is interesting because the 636 surprised me so much in terms of the ergonomics. This has sort of is what I expected from the riding position of a Super Sport. Really tucked in, you know, you're in full tuck mode basically, and this is it. I've been on this bike for what, 10 minutes? My back is already feeling it now, and I'm not leaning on the clip-ons. My wrists are really nice and comfy. I'm gripping the tank with my knees, so this is interesting actually. Sounds amazing though. See if I can get past this Mini as I go at its overtaking level. Yeah! She's fast! Hella fast! Oh yeah! nice strong brakes, very nice and strong brakes. She's so nimble. All the things I expect from a Super Sport. Easy to flick left and right. But it is really the riding position that's letting it down for me at the moment. I'm going to try and maybe sit up a little bit more upright. I don't think that helps, to be honest. I'm just putting more strain on my wrists now, even with... okay. Maybe that's a little better. Yeah, I think if I buy this bike, the first thing I would do is fit it with a taller screen. I'm getting a ton of wind blast. And even if I try and go into full tuck mode, that won't really work because I can't really see that much anyway. So that's surprising in my opinion. Gearbox is nice and smooth through the gears as expected. I'm going to try a really simple roll-on test from 30 to 60 in 6th gear. There we go. That was alright. (2013) Triumph Daytona 675. This is not the R version, but the R version to me just has a bit more bling, really. I'm going to be really nitpicky here. Out of the 3 colours offered for 2013 for this new model, I prefer the red. There's a white and blue one, which I'm not too keen on, and then there's a black and silver again, which I'm not too keen on either, which leaves the red. But even the red colour is too bold for me, so I'm not quite sure actually. And I don't... what's this? What's that? It's a weird accent. Doesn't go with it at all. I have to be really nitpicky because, I mean, at the end of the day, right, all these bikes are going to be super fast, you know, and I, as a rider of my caliber, I won't be able to split the difference. It's how it makes you feel. How does the bike look? And this bike looks great, but, you know, a few little things kind of let it down. Same on the Street Triple. I don't like the indicators that stick out like that. It'd be better if it was just kind of flush with the fairing. I love the fact that they moved the exhaust down there though. That I do like. Alright, let's see how this bike feels to move around a bit. It's alright, nice and light. Now, being a super sport, it's not as much steering lock, so see how many maneuvers I have to make to turn this bad boy around. Same kickstand as the Street Triple, spring loaded on the way down, but not on the way up. I'm about 5'6", roughly 30-inch inseam. And I am just about on the tiptoes. If I want to put both feet roughly on the ground, I am just on my tiptoes. And it's the uncomfortable tiptoes. Not just tiptoes, like really on the tip of the tiptoes. The seat height is actually higher than the Street Triple R, which is interesting. And this is a regular model. The 675R is probably going to be even higher than that. And, you know, it's not like there's a lot of padding in the seat either. It's pretty narrow as well, so I just wouldn't be able to live with it. It's an amazing bike, but the 636 I just felt far more comfortable on it. So she's a triple, so by default she will sound awesome. I know to complain about the ergonomics on a Super Sport seems a little, well, nitpicky. I mean, let's face it, you're going to be in the hunch position anyway, but genuinely the 636 was more comfortable than this. So yeah, food for thought, really, food for thought. So in summary, the Daytona 675, it's a cracking bike, but it's just not for me.